Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to answer the question, how do I reduce my sodium intake? So, just like all these questions that I answered, there's not one clear answer, right? These questions don't lend themselves to one clear answer because this body's complex. This body is the most complex mechanism on this planet. Okay? It doesn't lend to one answer is going to fix all of this, right? It actually lends itself to, do you have enough awareness? Are you raising your level of awareness about what is really going on here? Okay? So how can I reduce my sodium intake? First of all, why do you want to reduce your sodium intake? Did somebody tell you that salt is bad? Did somebody tell you, oh, salt makes you fat? Does somebody tell you, oh, salt is bad for your heart? Did somebody tell you? Somebody probably told you something about the negative effects of sodium or salt, right? So let's look at this clearly, right? Salt is essential. Salt is essential for the health of the body. Okay? Salt and different types of salt, rock salt or sea salt, okay? These whole forms of salt, not highly processed versions of salt, but rock salt and sea salt, they have certain qualities to them. Okay, it's not just about nutrients and minerals. Salt has qualities. Salt does things in the body. Okay, so one of the qualities of salt is that it's heating. Okay, it will create heat in the body. Another quality of salt is that it helps retain water. Okay, it helps stick water, right? So if you have the right amount of salt in your system, okay, your body is able to stay hydrated. And the amount of salt that you have in your system is essential to your hydration. If you don't have enough salt in your system, you'll get dehydrated, right? Because salt and water go together, and it's a very important part of that. Your body actually has a certain, almost 0.5% of your body is salt, right? So it seems like a small amount, but it's like salt water. Your body's like salt water, okay, a mild form of it. So all that means is that salt is essential. Okay, salt is essential, and what you've probably heard somewhere is that salt is bad for you, or too much salt is bad for you, or something or along those lines, okay? So to look at this clearly and to understand that salt has certain qualities and salt is essential, we can also understand that no matter what something is, whether it's a food we put in our body, whether it's a food, a drink, whether it's a thought, whatever it is, too much of anything creates imbalance. Okay, the qualities of certain things will create imbalances, and quantities or too much of things will create imbalances in the system. When the system is imbalanced, we call that disease, sickness, dis-ease. We are not in ease anymore. Okay? Health is all about balance. And when we're answering the question, or when you're asking the question, how do I reduce my sodium intake? You're doing it because you want to be healthier, or somebody told you you should do this to be healthier, or to lose weight, or to make sure you don't damage your heart, or whatever the other reasons may be. Okay, all those other reasons. It doesn't matter the reason. You're doing it because you want to get healthier. You want to feel better, because feeling is how we experience this life. And so too much of things can cause imbalances. And as things are imbalanced, we feel the feelings of sickness and disease. We feel imbalanced. We feel diseased. So all we have to look at is where we start paying attention to where is salt coming from in our diet. Okay? Most people, when what we're talking about reducing a sodium intake, most people are eating too much highly processed food, too much boxed food, too much bagged food, too much canned food, that canned soups and canned food that has additional sodium in it, okay? A lot of foods, a lot of highly processed foods have additional sodium in there. Why do they have a sodium in there? There's a lot of different reasons. But what you'll notice, you guys, especially in the United States, when we talk about tastes and cravings, garlic, salt, and onion are three of the primary flavorings or tastes used to season food. Okay, salt is in there, right? Salt, pepper, and then garlic and onions. Okay, and so this taste, this salt, garlic, onion, these types of flavors have certain types of qualities, and so people are used to the salty taste. After eating so much processed food, or after growing up, right? Your tastes get used to having sodium as the taste, and you think that tastes good, right? And so a lot of the highly processed foods have additional sodium because people think it tastes good, right? So all that means is there is really one clear answer. If you want to reduce your sodium, okay, you can reduce the amount of highly processed foods you eat. The more whole plant foods you eat, okay, the less sodium you'll have in your diet. Or let's say that differently, the more appropriate and balanced amount of sodium you'll have in your diet, okay? For example, celery. Celery has a high amount of sodium, celery salts in it, okay? Celery has sodium in it, and it's wonderful for you. It's a whole plant food, okay? But it has the right amount and the right proportions for you, okay? So ultimately, it's that. If you want to reduce your sodium intake, reduce the highly processed foods. Reduce the foods that are in boxes, bags, or cans that have additional sodium in the ingredients, okay? A simple thing that you can do, instead of getting boxed mashed potatoes, you buy potatoes and mash them. Make mashed potatoes, okay? Start learning how to take the foods that you like that you would normally get in boxes or bags and make those in whole food plant forms, okay? And your sodium will drop, and it will not just drop just because your body is actually balancing itself out, and you will feel the balance by less sickness, less disease. You will just feel better, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a wonderful day.